Well, I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, I found a way. If you'd open up your mind,
What he said? Hold on, wait, cuz.
it's gonna take some time to realign.
1, 2, 3, let's get it.
But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find.
Right. What he said? Hold on.
Over your shoulder, you know that I told you I'll always be picking you up when you down. So just turn around.
We are News Blue.
Welcome to week 5, the last and final week of News Blue. We hope you enjoyed these past couple weeks as we've shared news and petitioned and interviewed people, and we just engaged with our community. With that being said, the last week we want to do something special. We want to come together one last time and create a memory over a campfire that we would never forget. As we talked about our favorite experiences over this whole thing, here are some that we wanted to share with you.
And we are News Blue.
Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And here is Shavea with your local news.
Hello everyone, my name is Shavea Perry. I will be covering your local news today. Welcome back to another News Blue episode. Welcome to week 5. It's time to say goodbye and congratulations. Spring semester is officially coming to an end, and sadly, this is our last News Blue episode. News Blue will miss you all. We truly enjoy the time we spent together, reporting on local, state, and federal news. We appreciate all of the support and the love we gained from our Trojan family, and we hope you enjoyed your spring semester to the fullest. With that being said, congratulations to the class of 25 who will be graduating this May. Woohoo! Your presence on campus has not gone unnoticed. We will deeply miss you all. News Blue wishes you the best of luck as you enter the world and start your careers. Remember, greater happens here, and your time to be greater elsewhere is now. Helicopters instead of the Easter Bunny? One of the best parts of Easter for a kid is, of course, the Easter egg hunt. A bunch of candy-filled eggs hidden around an area, racing to see who gets the most. Me personally, I always got the golden egg. But this past Easter, a helicopter dropped thousands of Easter eggs in Petersburg, located on Halifax Street. People were able to come out and enjoy games, inflatables, and live music. It was nice to see the community come together and do something for the kids, while also having fun. Stanley Anderson, a man who attended this event, stated, "It feels good to have everyone together for a change, having a good time, and everybody enjoying themselves. We're especially out here for the kids. It's a really good thing. We're just out, just supporting the kids. For real." Now, let's move on to a more serious topic. Let's talk about the Petersburg homeless issues. Petersburg City Council voted April 15th to allocate most of the city's remaining federal COVID funds to the Recreation Department. The residents of Petersburg gave a proposal to use the funds for a homelessness prevention program, but Petersburg issued a city council meeting where they announced that leftover $100,000 will go towards the city's Department of Recreation, special events, and volunteerism, and $5,000 to Black Resilience and Advancement through Volunteering and Empowerment, a nonprofit that supports underserved youth. The City Council will decide how to disperse the remaining $27,000 on May 6th, but local nonprofits whose main goal is helping Petersburg families that live under the poverty rate are deeply disappointed in the City Council decisions. Hey everyone, it's Shavea.
It's Alejandra.
Today we're going to be answering some questions, giving you guys our personal opinions. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, the first question is, although the leftover COVID funds in Petersburg went to other good things, do you think solving homelessness should be a priority?
I think you should answer.
Okay, I'll answer first. Me personally, I don't know too much about the programs that the funds did go to, but I know $100,000 could have really helped and just changed so many people's lives. You know, where I'm from, I see homeless people around a lot, and it really makes me sad to see them. So I think I really think they could have at least set some money to the side. Like, they have $27,000 remaining. I feel like that could have went towards homeless people because it would have fed them, it could have housed them, it could have did a lot for them. Yeah.
Number 2, if the city council doesn't allocate the funds to solving homelessness, what do you think our next steps should be?
You want me to answer first?
Yo, it's because I'm not understanding these questions. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so the question was, if the city council doesn't allocate the funds for solving homelessness,
Wait, what is that?
what do you think? I don't know, like, give funds to the homeless.
Like, if they don't actually,
If they don't
like, if
Yeah.
they don't stick to their word.
set funds aside for the homeless. Me personally, what should the next steps be? I don't know. I think that's a hard question because without the funding, you really can't do too much for the homeless, I feel like. Without, like, having people volunteer and taking the time out of their day and spending, like, their own money. If the city doesn't do much, I don't know what we can as people, you know?
I feel like the communities could all get together, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be a lot, but a little goes a long way.
That's true.
Like my neighborhood, for instance, we have like a canned food drive.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone got a little can at home that no one like touches. Like someone bought it at some point. I feel like everyone could just come along together, get the little things, start your little food bank, some small.
That's true.
And something helps everybody.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I know Chesterfield has a food drive.
Yes.
The 3rd of every Saturday. Last video I said it was Sunday, y'all. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. So, like, me personally, I volunteer at those. I like, you know, helping people. So, like, that's a way we can help, guys. If you're free, please go to the food banks because it really helps a lot of people. Yeah. You want to move on to question 3?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Question 3. Do you think all homeless people are in this predicament because of their own actions? And if so, should money be given to help?
I personally, I don't know, I'm a type of person, I don't care who's out on the streets. Like, everybody got their own things going on. I can't say I know why they're on the streets, why they're in the place they are. I help because it comes out of my heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I help somebody, I'm not gonna, like, pick and choose who I'm helping. But I do feel like, for the younger people out there, I feel like there is always someone who can try to give you a job, who's willing to give you a chance. But still, like, they need to hear those words. A lot of that comes from, like, you know, getting let down in their family, so on and so forth.
That's very true. To add on to that, I don't think it's all of their fault. Some people obviously can be held accountable for the predicament that they're in, because a lot of them, some people had choices, some people didn't. Some people had to do what they have to do, some people didn't. I think a big issue when it comes to homelessness is drugs. My area, you could just tell a lot of them aren't okay, they're on something. And when you become addicted, you want to spend all your money to get those things. I'm not speaking from experience, I'm just speaking from what I know. I don't know too much about things like of that sort, but I do know that drugs is a very big problem when it comes to homelessness. I think homeless people should definitely still have funds, but I think we should make sure they're using those funds for something greater. So maybe instead of giving them money, go and get them a meal to make sure that they're, does that make sense?
Yes, I love doing that. Always better to give them something the money's gonna get used towards than giving them the money and you don't know where it's going. Like, I would rather give a homeless person a water bottle and like a couple bag of chips, keep them going through the day, hydrated, whatever. Instead of giving them $5 that they could be saving up to buy themselves another pack of cigarettes.
It's very true.
It's disappointing, but that is just how life is.
That's how life is. You never know. But yeah, so those are all the questions. I hope you enjoyed our inputs. All right, Shavea here with.
Big Macs.
Mr. Editor.
Okay. First question, you guys. Although the leftover COVID funds in Petersburg went to other good things, do you think solving homelessness should be a priority?
It should be. I mean, matter of fact, it should be helped into helping the homelesses into like rebranding themselves to either gain a house, but before they gain like somewhere to live, not a house, somewhere to live that is good for like a human to live in. They need some type of skills they need to acquire or a job so they could have some substance. They need something substantial to get paid so they could do whatever they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need help from instead of using the money on whatever else they use it on that don't seem that important. You know what I'm saying?
I feel as that if there are funds left over to help the homeless, then I feel like that should be a priority.
It was $100,000.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money.
$100,000, maybe not, because that could be allocated to more, maybe education and other things of that nature. But I feel like,
You don't feel like they could have given some of that to the homeless?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like some of it can go to homeless, but $100,000, that is a lot of money, so that can be allocated to different things. But I feel like a portion should go to the homeless to help them get on their feet, as Max was saying in his way. That
If
would
only
be
they're
very
willing.
helpful.
If they're
They still
willing.
have the remaining $27,000 too.
Yeah.
Throw that into homelessness too. Like, betterment. Like, there's some homeless people out there who really don't want to do none of that. They just want to stay.
Don't save them. They won't be saved.
Yeah, they don't want to be saved.
Save the ones who won't be saved.
They don't got to be smart either.
Okay, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. If the city council doesn't allocate funds to solving homelessness, what do you think our next steps should be?
Our next step?
To help?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they don't give the homeless people money, if they don't fund the homeless, what do you think we should do as a community?
I mean, as a community, we gotta talk to them people. Like,
I personally, want to cook up real quick?
go ahead.
I personally think enough of us on campus got a couple guest swipes that we can let people.
Oh, brother.
I think we can let a couple people pull up and get some free meals at Jones or Gateway, but I got 2 guest swipes left, man. Pull up, I got you. And everybody use a little guest swipe here and there, and we can help feed a couple people in the community.
Okay.
Give it where you can, right? Like I don't remember the last time I gave $1 out because I don't carry cash. But if I had some extra food that I don't need or anything of that nature, give where you can. If you're not going to use it or not going to, you know what I mean? I don't need those guest swipes. I can help somebody else out there in nature.
Okay.
You actually need them guest swipes. Like, I'm still on campus. Continue.
Okay. Last question. Do you think all homeless people are in this predicament because of their own actions? And if so, should money still be given to help?
I believe there's a lot of circumstances that turn somebody homeless. I don't think it's just their actions. It's a addition of unfortunate circumstances that leads into something like that.
For sure.
And what was the second question? You
Do you
said?
feel like they should help?
Yeah.
because they're homeless. Like it's because it's their fault.
Everybody deserves help. Everybody deserves help.
And did you answer, like, do you think that they're in, like, this situation because of themselves?
I said, yeah, I did.
Okay, sorry.
Of course, in some situations that yes, that may be the case that they are in the situation because of themselves. But what if you're born into this world and your parents weren't the best providers, and now you're homeless because of that? That is not your fault, and there's nothing you can do upon that nature. So I believe that everyone does deserve help. You know what I mean? It's not your fault, and there's nothing you can do about that, and so that shouldn't be left on you.
Okay, that's all I have for you.
Thank you so much.
Back to you.
Good evening, Virginia, and welcome back to News Blue. I'm Axel Ajala coming to you from Virginia State University. It's Thursday, April 24th. Tonight, we have a breaking news from Purcellville, Virginia, where a controversial decision about local police force has been reversed amid strong community backlash. Plus, we'll discuss how springtime in Virginia brings not just warm weather, but also increases black bear activities. Let's dive in. This controversial decision led to a wave of public outcry, with residents rallying to recall several council members, including Vice Mayor Ben Nett, who was notably absent from the recent vote. The council's initial move to disband the police was met with criticism for lack of public input, with residents expressing their frustration at the council meeting filled to the capacity. In a dramatic turn of event, the town council of Purcellville has voted to keep its police force after initially proposing to disband it in efforts to address significant budget shortfalls. The town faces a staggering $50 million deficits following the construction of a new water waste treatment facility. A council member initially sought out to save more than $3 million by eliminating the police department.
Question one, y'all ready?
For sure.
How important is safety to you?
I think safety is very important though.
Okay.
But like, I think we also have to think about different ways to be safe, you know, because we never know. You never know what's gonna happen and when it can happen. You know, like my parents always taught me, like, you got to be ready for the unexpected, no matter where you are. You know, so yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I feel it's
What's
very
your name,
important.
Max?
I love safety, man. We need a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Not too enforced, but, you know, I find with a little bit of, you know, protect and serve and a little bit of restraining and, you know, keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. So, yeah, I like safety.
Yeah, I think safety is important. Like,
I ain't trying to die.
yeah, keep
Facts
people
though.
straight, keep people in order, and keep the community safer. You know what I mean? Keep everybody safe, safety.
I ain't lived this long, suffered this long just to die. Now.
Just keep living.
He's spitting again.
Keep living. All right, question two. How do you feel about police in your community?
Police in my community, personally, right? Honestly, I'm cool. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm cool with like 2 cops in my community, and that's only because they was SROs. You know what I'm saying? They was the officers in my school, and I felt like they genuinely cared for us as students. You know, but I've seen a lot of other cops in my neighborhood that have not been like that. You know, so I don't know how I feel about the cops in my neighborhood. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I know a lot of cops that put on a front, you know, and then when the sun go down, they a different type of cop. You mean what I'm saying? So yeah, I have mixed emotions about the cops in my community. So
To start turning into Batman.
you mean?
Bad ones.
Now everybody. Never mind. Don't even get me started.
I haven't ran into no type like law enforcement for in my community for a while, so I couldn't even give you a good answer. But like, I think it's cool. I think it's pretty nice. You know, the ones I mainly see is the ones that help through like the car accidents. That's the ones I mainly see, and the ones
That's
the security guards. And I don't really, you know, They over there looking big and strong, like they about to knock you out. I'm like, I'm big myself, but I ain't trying.
He thought he was slick. He just wanted to show off. He thought he was slick. Like,
Nah, I feel like
I ain't trying to get knocked out. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
They look intimidating their damn self, so that brings law enforcement, you know what I'm saying? I'm chill.
I feel like police in my community. I feel like I've been pulled over too many times. I feel like they little.
Stop speeding.
Nah, they don't mean. They be looking at me weird, bro. They be seeing me and they just.
You looked the part.
Yeah, I was behind the car. Dude pulled me over.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What?
Behind the car.
Yeah, I was behind someone driving. I got pulled over. Huh?
How can I go? How am I going over the speed limit?
I can't go past that guy, so I know he's going faster than me.
Literally.
So it's like, I don't know, things like that gotta change. I don't know. I need proof. Show me I was going that fast.
Oh, and I guess
Should have said that to
where you
bro.
from?
I was here, but I'm from Maryland, PG County, Maryland. But that was here, so I'm like,
You should have told brother. You should have told him like, show me the proof.
show me the proof.
Literally.
Like, I know we're a little more down south, and that could be maybe a problem too. But
Nah, but the cops out here, they be on that.
They be on that.
They be on that. You're not the first
Petersburg.
one I've heard that's been pulled over.
I heard a dude got pulled over. Well,
That's
he
Petersburg.
had people in the car. He had a lot of people in the car.
Yeah.
Like-
Yep.
That's
Come on,
Petersburg
man.
for you.
Literally.
They're quick
But it's what I'm
with it.
starting to see.
They're
boy.
quick with it here, and I feel like I've noticed that.
I ain't never get pulled over, by the way.
Question
I've
3.
never been pulled over while driving myself.
Do you think the VSU community works well together?
The VSU community works well together. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah to it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say yeah, but to a certain extent. Cause I mean, I'm a transfer. I just transferred here this school year. I was here last semester was my first year, and this is my first year to HBCU. So I will say, like, the community here is definitely, it's nice because when you're new, they're very open and like welcoming and like, you know, open arms to you. But like I've noticed, like, a lot of people that have already been here, you know, since their freshman year, they sometimes, you know, push them to the back burner, you know, for the new people and the new freshmen that are coming in, which is, I understand, but like, just because somebody has been here for 2 years don't mean you got to put them to the back burner. You know, like, they still need help too. They're still trying to navigate. They're still trying to navigate through this college experience as well, just as much as transfers are coming in or, you know, freshmen are coming in. So that's why I feel the community is definitely, it's nice, but I feel like it could be better.
Yeah. What do you think, Max?
This is my first semester. I don't know nobody. I don't.
That's a lot.
Really, I only know the people in this class. I don't know nobody else from any other
We're not
class.
nobodies.
That's true, but y'all not the same. And I don't know nobody else around campus. I don't know you know, I know a few teachers, but I don't think that's a question for me to be answering really because I have no experience.
You think it should be like a better systems to meet people around campus or stuff like that?
Oh, they got that. I just don't go.
Okay.
So it's on
that
you.
makes sense.
For sure, I don't talk
Makes
to
sense.
I don't like people like that.
That makes sense.
I'm trying to get my education and leave. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, no, I think organizations, right? Organizations
Yeah.
are really together, and I feel like
Yeah.
this is maybe that's what HBCUs are about. But like the organizations on campus are really thriving. But outside of organizations, only time I see people come together is like on Fizz. Like people be talking about the same thing,
Yeah.
up Fizz, like that. Like things that really matter. People not out here protesting for real or things like that. Or like
Yeah.
just
Everybody got a lot of things going on in their life to be worried about something else right now.
yeah, and that's true.
That's
but
true.
I feel like without the organizations, I would say no. But the organizations are what keep people together on campus.
Very true.
As spring emerges across Virginia, so do the first signs of bear activity. The Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources is urging residents to take precautions as black bears begin to emerge from their winter dens. Oh. 5 tips to survive a bear encounter. Tip 1, stay calm and do not run. Running may trigger a chase response. Tip number 2, avoid eye contact. Eye contact may be seen as a threat. Tip number 3, give me a minute. Back away slowly. Make sure you don't turn your back on the bear. Tip number 4, appear to look bigger. Grab a backpack, wave your hands, spread your legs. Just make sure you look bigger. Tip 5, can I get some water or something? If you believe the bear is defensively attacking you, stay on the ground, on your stomach, pretend to be dead, cover your neck and your vital spots. If you believe it's a predatory attack, attack its nose and eyes and fight back. Cut. Why are we still here? The bear's right there. Like, ain't we supposed to be running? In 2024 alone, the DWR recorded nearly 2,200 calls regarding bear rummaging through their trash, bird feeders, and backyard chicken coops. To reduce these encounters, officials are encouraging Virginia to secure their trash, remove bird feeders, and store pet food in bear-resistant containers. The DWR warns that while bear sightings may increase, it is important to respect their space. If you come across a bear den, do not disturb it. Instead, leave the area immediately and report the den's location to a wildlife conflict helpline at 855-571-9003. With bears becoming more active, it is crucial for outdoor enthusiasts to stay vigilant. Avoid dense, bushy areas where bears might be denning, and always keep dog leashes to prevent unwanted encounters. As temperature rise, remember, a little preparation can go a long way in coexisting peacefully with our furry neighbors. So whether you hiking, gardening, or simply enjoying outdoors, keep these tips in mind to protect both yourself and the bear. Trap out. And with that being said, we're wrapping up with another edition of Let's Blue Honest with State News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Axel Ajala, bringing you the latest from Virginia State University. Next time, stay more informed and stay safe.
Good evening. I'm Enosh, coming to you from the Virginia State University on Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Tonight, we have some alarming news about whooping cough cases skyrocketing across the country. And then we'll explore a cross-party effort to tackle cell phone use in schools. In a concerning health update, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have reported a dramatic surge in whooping cough cases across the United States. This year alone, there have been 8,077 cases of whooping cough, which is a big jump from the prior year, which was 3,847. Now, vaccination rates have dropped significantly since the pandemic, with the percentage of kindergartners receiving the whooping cough vaccine falling from 94.9% to just 92.3% in recent years. This decline, along with vaccine exemptions, is making it harder for us to protect our children from different diseases that can be prevented. The proposed legislation would bring up about $5 million for school districts to develop pilot programs for cell phone restrictions. Now in Virginia, which is Kane's home state, has been at the forefront of this movement, with Governor Glenn Youngkin issuing an executive order last year to guide schools on cell phone usage. As we know, misinformation can be spread throughout social media platforms, and families are finding it very difficult to navigate through health decisions. Sapna Singh, Chief Medical Officer for Texas Children's Pediatric, emphasizes the urgent need for clear and accurate information as we face these different challenges to come. Senators Kane and Cotton emphasized that while they're supporting local control, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to cell phone policies. As Kane put it, Little Rock is going to be different from Fairfax. They hope to gain cross-party support to expedite the bill passage. At Robinson Secondary School in Fairfax, high school students place their phones in caddies at the start of class, while middle schoolers keep their device in magnet pouches until the end of the day. Principal Tracy Phillips reports that the program has been successful with students and the community is on board as well. And that wraps up the final episode of News Blue. And we just want to thank you for tuning in as we explored pressing issues affecting our community. I'm Enosh Minnie here to remind you to stay informed, stay healthy, and be mindful of your cell phone usage. Until next time, take care.
We are
News
Blue. Thank you guys for tuning in for these past 5 weeks. If you have been, we just appreciate all the support and all the love, and that's all we got to say. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
We love y'all.
Signing out is News Blue Marketer to say thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate the support. We love you. Bye.
Peace out.